And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Michael Warbux Show, where we talk pop culture news and other things that caught my attention. Today is What the Friday, and if you don't know what the Friday is, it's where we talk about a bunch of crazy stories that happened throughout the week. Like, if you're going to be anything in life, is it going to be a world champion masturbator? Let's give it up for Masanobu Sato. That's how I'm going to say your name. He became world champion masturbator at the Masturbate-a-thon, lasting 9 hours and 58 minutes. You couldn't wait for the other 2 minutes? So everybody, let's just give this guy a hand, and let's get on with the show. Our first story, let's talk about this 99-year-old dude and his 96-year-old wife. After 77 years of marriage, Antonio has decided to divorce his wife Rosa because she cheated on him 60 years ago. She had an affair with some other guy, and he has felt betrayed. Look, I understand why you want to do it, but at the ages of 99 and 96, I mean, can't you just wait it out? Antonio, look, the only way you're gonna get someone to marry you again is if you're planning on dating a Playboy bunny and you have a lot of money. You two are already knocking on death's door, so I think you could probably wait a couple more months until one of you probably kicks the bucket. Is that sad to say? Because that really feels like it's sad to say. Alright, let's move on to some quick news. Let's talk about Darren Porter here, who got arrested at an AA meeting for actually being intoxicated. He was also being belligerent, and in a weird way, doesn't he look like Dave Chappelle's Tyrone character? Look, Darren, you're taking AA the wrong way. You're doing it wrong. Next up, there's going to be a brothel opening up in Nevada that's going to have a science fiction theme to it. Meaning, if you want to go have sex with a girl that's dressed up like an alien, you're more than welcome to. What's the matter, guys? Isn't having sex with a real female good enough for you anymore? Or do you feel like you need to get probed because you want to scratch it off your bucket list? Some of you people have weird fetishes. Moving on, let's talk about this dude who robbed a bank in Indianapolis. He told the teller, hey, I have a gun in my pocket and there's also a bomb on me. The tellers gave him all the money. The cops found the guy. They got all the money back, found out that he didn't have a bomb and that his gun was actually a glue gun. Not gonna lie, it's pretty smart. If it looks like a gun, feels like a gun, acts like a gun, then you got a great chance of robbing a bank. Not that I condone that you do it, so don't do it. Moving on, let's talk about a couple idiots here in Pittsburgh. A couple teens robbed up this grocery store. They stole about $9,000 worth of money, and then these idiot kids decided to brag about it and post up a bunch of pictures on their Facebook. So, needless to say, they got arrested. Our next story, this guy's gonna get the Hey Asshole Award. This guy got arrested on Christmas Eve because with the help of Facebook, this guy's girlfriend was able to sneak into a closet and post up on her Facebook that she needed help. All of her friends sprang into action, and next thing you know, the cops showed up at the house. Now, she told police that her and her 17-month-old son were being held for at least 5 days against their will, and that every time she tried to escape, he would beat her down. So, take a listen to all the charges that this guy is getting. Charges of aggravated kidnapping, forcible sodomy, aggravated assault, domestic violence, child abuse, animal cruelty, and much more. So congrats, dickhead. I hope you rot in jail. And our final quick story, let's talk about this guy right here. He got arrested for distributing cocaine and possession of marijuana. That's not the good part of it. The good part of it is when he was captured, his face was all painted green and he was wearing a dress. And he was telling everyone that he was the Incredible Hulk. Look, if you're trying to be the Incredible Hulk and wearing a dress, I guess you should really name yourself the Incredible Hey! The cops found him rather easily and they took him off to jail. Alright, so now moving into the other stories of today's show. We're going to be heading into 2012 and I thought, you know what, let's give you a couple links to some of the best stories from 2011. A lot of these I did cover on my shows, and I'm sure some of them are going to look familiar to you, so if you want to go back and, you know, go check out the stories again, go right ahead. The first one is the man with the golden voice, Ted Williams. Next up, another Williams story, Judge Williams, who was accused of beating his daughter. Number 3, remember that huge incident where like all these dead fish were just popping up all along the coastlines of the United States and everywhere else in the world? Because that was leading into our 4th story, the rapture that was supposed to happen twice this year. So go ahead and check out this link in the description below. There's about 6 other stories to go along with it, but those were just some of my favorites. And also with 2011, there were some other random weird things that happened. Like, let's give it up for Courtney Stodden and Doug Hutchison. They are being honored with one of the weirdest kisses, and also along with the Virgin Diaries kiss. Remember that kiss? It looked like two fishes trying to come up for air. God, that was gross. So go check out the other wild kisses of 2011. And of other great stupid criminals of this year, let me give you a quick montage of my 10 favorite mugshots of 2011. Our final stories of the day. We always like to bag on the wonderful state of Florida, and you have your own personal link of the 52 best reasons why Florida is the craziest state. We got this story right here, we got this story right here, and we got this story right here. So again, go check out the other 49 wonderful stories having to deal with the wonderful state of Florida. God, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in 2012. Alright guys, that's going to be today's show. And that's going to bring us to the comment question of the day, which is, what was your favorite story of 2011 that we covered? There was just so many, I couldn't even decide myself. Probably anything having to do with Florida. But with that being said, this is going to be the last show of 2011, so you guys have a great New Year. Happy New Year. Don't get too drunk. Don't do anything wild that you're not supposed to do. Don't set your house on fire. If you live in Florida, just stay at home. Don't do anything. And of course, I want to thank you all for supporting the show throughout this year. You guys have made it awesome for me. And please continue to share these videos. Don't forget to comment on them. Don't forget to thumbs them up, favorite them, and all the wonderful things that you folks do for me. You guys are the best. And again, I hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year. We'll see you in 2012.